So taking a local train after 20 years. I'm so teary-eyed.
Nice.
And this is my beautiful...
This is obviously we're not allowed. Private property, no entrance.
iconic Bandel Church.
The river has been destroyed. This is Imambara. Hey guys, it's Avi from Xplore with Maavi. I have Manali here as well.
Hey!
And we got superstar Karan. Go ahead.
So we are going to this beautiful French town, Chandanagar. It's a heritage city in West Bengal, and this is all about where our roots started. So I did my schooling in St. Joseph's Convent, Chandanagar. So going to visit that beautiful place where everything started, I think after 20 years. So and also we're taking a local train. So taking a local train after 20 years to visit my beautiful school, beautiful the French colony. So on our way to Chandanagar.
Trains, millions of people every day travel via these trains. You can see people hanging out there. Right now it's still kind of empty, but usually if you go during the rush hour, these trains are massively packed. You have people like literally hanging off these doors. So let's show you a little bit of India's most popular transportation here, which are the local trains. All right guys, so right now we are in a Toto or auto rickshaw. This is how it looks like. But it's really fun. Look at this. I can literally climb out of the thing.
To my school, the heritage school, St. Joseph's Convent in Chandanagar, built in 1861. So I think this is one of the most beautiful schools that I have ever seen in my life. Run by Clooney sisters from France. This school is funded by French government, and this is my beautiful 200 years? No, 150 years old school, heritage site actually. So this is where we are standing. We would play all our sports and games here. This is the church inside the school.
Manali's actually pretty teary right now.
Yeah.
She's gotten a bit nostalgic.
Yeah,
And she's
because-
really
yeah,
reminiscing on the past, and she kind of got a little bit teary. I don't know if you can tell, but her eyes
but
are a little red.
No, please don't show that. So I'm coming to my school after 20 years. You know, so I finished my class 12 in 2007. Yeah, not 20 years, but close to 20 years. So this is where we would pray. Come on, show you.
Okay, so this is the assembly,
I
yeah.
remember I would stand here and read news. So every day it was a ritual to read out every day's news bulletin. So I would read news here, and you know, small concerts, and if we would have a Christmas party, this would always happen here.
And Manali has learned Bible by heart.
Yeah,
she knows
and it's
Bible by
very,
heart.
very strict Christian school. However, I was the naughtiest kid. So my principal, Sister Anna Maria, I still remember the day I left the school. She was sad from heart, but on her face, she was like, "Oh, Jesus, save you."
And Karan over here, Karan, unfortunately, Chilam, which is Karan's wife, which is Manali's sister, she couldn't come here for some reason, but Karan is checking out the school of his wife.
I'm super excited. Actually, I too have my own school at Cuttack, and I'm from Cuttack, by the way. And the name of the school is Stewart School. It resembles very closely to my school because my school was established in 1882. This was established in 1861. The old school vibes, the old world vibes are all coming in and overwhelming me.
Yeah,
so
it's overwhelming me too, and that's why I was teary-eyed.
yeah.
And to add, this is your wife's school as well.
This is my wife's school as well, so I am getting to know the roots of my wife.
So imagine when I got my sister to the school, I was the one who put her in KGA because I started in KGC. So it was my dream that if my sister comes to the school, she should study in KGA. So I handheld her, and I'm so teary-eyed.
It's fine.
Quiet right now because there's praying happening in the church. We're going to quickly show you the church of the school where Manali and all of the students used to come and pray.
Beautiful garden.
This is the garden of the school. Wow, this is actually a pretty crazy garden. That's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna have to be quiet here because there's praying happening, so you're not gonna hear anything from me. Oh, there's a kids playground.
बीवी और मैं यहाँ पे खेलते थे हम लोग.
Manali, tell me your seat. Oh my God, look at this.
This is my first class.
Huh?
And I think I was always a backbencher. So they taught Bengali here. So this is a monitor, so where you do all digital kind of studies. And yeah. This was
Manali, what was your desk? Alright guys, we just covered Manali School. After this, we have entered this museum. It came up in Ajay Devgan's movie. I don't know if you probably guys have heard of this movie called Maidan. It just came out last year.
So when they first entered Chandanagar, they made this civilization, right? So they first started with the dome, then they made the museum.
Right across from Manali School, which is right over there, that yellow building over there, that's Manali School. St. Joseph's Convent, which we showed you earlier. Right across from our school is this building here. Iconic building, built way back when, probably 16th or 17th century. Rabindranath Tagore, which you guys probably heard, maybe not heard. The guy who made India's national anthem, Janagana. He used to live in this building, and he used to apparently sit over by the Ganges, by the Ganga, and write his poems, poetries, which are obviously very well renowned. So this is obviously, we're not allowed. There's a gate here. It says private property, no entrance. We can't enter, unfortunately, but we're gonna just show you from here. So this is a house. This is Rabindranath Tagore's summer home. And that little garden over there, there is your river Ganga, as you can see there, Ganges. He used to sit right over there.
So there's an underground room, so that's why it's called as Patal Bari.
Yeah, it's called Patal Bari, P-A-T-A-L, Patal Bari.
Underground room overlooking Ganga.
Yeah, Bari means house, by the way. Bari in Bengali means house. So right now we're kind of entering this church. It's called Sacred Heart Church. It was built in 1691. Yeah, this building looks really, really old. You can tell just by those windows over there.
Miracles is happening inside this church. I don't know whether it's true or not. If people come here sick, they get cured. They say if you really pray here with all your heart, your wishes are fulfilled. So, we as kids, I'm feeling so nostalgic. We would come here and just keep saying hallelujah, hallelujah. And there would be a lot of students who would say that they have seen Jesus Christ.
Okay guys, right now we're eating a street food. It's called fuchka in Calcutta. In Delhi, Bombay, you guys might hear this as golgappe or pani puri. In Calcutta, it's called fuchka. So this is one of the most.
Yummy.
It's one of the most traditional, one of the biggest traditional. I think it's a traditional street food, right, in Calcutta?
Most iconic.
Yeah, it's iconic food. Yeah, and
It's better than golgappa and pani puri for sure.
I agree. I've had golgappe and pani puri in Canada.
There is no competition to Kolkata fuchka.
And in Delhi or whatever, Punjab, and I think golgappe pani puri, honestly, doesn't taste anywhere near as good as fuchka. Hey guys. So right now we just came out of Chandanagar, which was Manali's roots. We just showed you all that stuff. And right now we're hitting my roots, which is Bandel. So I basically came to Bandel as a kid. I went to Bandel Don Bosco, which is also a Christian school, just like Manali's was. Manali's was St. Joseph's Convent. Mine was Don Bosco. And it's one of the most renowned schools in West Bengal, if not all over India. One of the most top schools.
No, I mean it's
Right?
all over India. Don Bosco is such a big brand.
Yeah, it's a big branch. It's all over India as well. So we came here to my roots, and right next to Don Bosco is Bandel Church. It's one of the most prominent churches and one of the oldest churches in all of West Bengal. The Portuguese, who basically came to Bandel back in the 15th century, isn't it?
Yeah.
Back in the 15th century, the Portuguese came here to this town, and they conquered this town from Shah Jahan, which is basically the Mughal emperor who obviously you guys know about Taj Mahal, Shah Jahan, and he took it off and basically built this church.
So we are at this most iconic Bandel Church that was built in 1599, if I'm not wrong. It was built by Portuguese who tried to make their colony, who tried to enter Hooghly and make Hooghly their colony. So there are certain settlements which tried to colonize Hooghly district in West Bengal, which are the Portuguese, the Danish and the French, because Hooghly became a very important trading hub in West Bengal after British colonization, and in fact when the British colonization was happening.
And there is your river Ganga, which is the Ganges. Coming out of the Bandel Church, we are heading towards my school, which is Don Bosco. And we are here, as you can see, Don Bosco. And this building right here is what you see here. This beautiful building. This was the only building that existed back until 1996.
Yeah, I'm also feeling nostalgic coming to my husband's school because this is where he started, this is where his roots are. So right now we are seeing each other's roots, and that's how we are also connecting soulfully through it. So it's very nostalgic for me to even think that my husband, when he was a little boy, he walked through these doors, and maybe this was any one of this over here was his classroom. So yeah, I mean, this is a kind of
we're seeing our roots through each other's eyes.
Yeah,
through
exactly.
each other's eyes. Yeah. All right, guys. So we just finished Bandel Church and we just finished Don Bosco, and right now we're heading over to Imambara, and we're gonna head over to Imambara in style. We're gonna cross River Ganga, which is this river here, River Ganga, in this ancient canoe boat. Maavi, how you feel about this boat?
It feels amazing.
And this river has been destroyed. What is going on here? What is all this junk? So we're in the middle of River Ganga, and we're heading over to Imambara. Okay guys, so right now we just came across the River Ganga. Just quickly show you the scenery right here, and that white building over there, that's Imambara. So we're gonna head over there right now. All right, and this is Imambara. Oh, this is one of those ancient clocks that used to be there back then. This is how they used to track down what time it is. Because
the shadow
if I remember correctly, yeah, it was a shadow. So basically, depending on the time of day, when the shadow would fall at this time of the hour, that's when they kind of figured out what time it is. So this, obviously, this right here is probably 12 o'clock. So if the shadow fell right here,
yeah, that's 12 o'clock.
Midday, that'll be 12. This is probably 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I would assume. It was 6, I think. After a beautiful 20-minute boat ride, we're finally entering the doors of Imambara, which was built by Haji Muhammad Mohsin in 1861. It was constructed to serve as a congregation hall and a mosque for the Shia Muslim community. Inside the Imambara boasts a spacious courtyard adorned with a beautiful fountain. Surrounding this are 2-storied corridors leading to the main prayer hall. Approaching the Imambara, visitors are also greeted by an imposing entrance featuring a twin 150-foot high tower. Between these towers resides a remarkable clock which requires a weekly winding, a task that demands 2 individuals and a 20-kilogram key. This side is gents and that side is for females. All right, let's start the adventure. Way to the clock tower. The clock has 3 bells. The 2 smaller bells ring at an interval of 15 minutes, and the big bell rings to signify 1 hour. Anyway, that's it for Imambara. We can head back to the boat again and go back to Bandel, and then we're gonna head back home. And it's also sunset time. So Manali, what do you think of this trip?
Very nostalgic.
Very nostalgic, very reminiscent of our past.
This is where our life actually started, like both of our lives, right?
Yeah.
And visiting that place, you after 30 years, me after 20 years, it's just like so nostalgic, so reminiscent.
All right. We'll meet in the next video.
Hey guys, if you like our videos, please like, share and subscribe and follow us for more adventures.
And we look forward to bringing you more content, so please share the love.
Thank you, Explore with Maavi.